Good morning to all the participants joined in the weekend virtual program on work-life balance conducted by the Professional Skills Enrichment Committee of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India in association with Heartfulness. We have with us as resource person, Madam Harshada Kulkarni, and we have with us today's expert, Mr. Prasanna Krishna BH. He has already taken his sessions earlier, and right now we have with us today's resource person, Madam Harshada Kulkarni. We are conducting the virtual program on work-life balance from Monday to Friday at 8:30 p.m. and on the weekends on Saturday and Sunday at 10:30 a.m. So all are requested to join the virtual program on work-life balance to get it benefit of these programs and get it or derive the maximum from these programs. I am handing over the session to Mr. Prasanna Krishna BH to introduce the Madam Harshada Kulkarni, and thereafter handing over the session to Harshada ma'am for further proceeding. Over to Mr. Prasanna Krishna BH.
Thank you, Dr. Sambit. Thanks a lot. It's my pleasure to introduce Harshada Kulkarni, Ms. Harshada Kulkarni. Harshada Kulkarni is professionally has been handling multifarious roles for companies worldwide for multicultural clients. Her 20 plus years of operational product delivery, COE, Center of Excellence building, and leadership experience has made her a direction setter and enabled her deliver solutions with compelling experience while creating driven teams with openness to absorb and embrace situations. Beyond her professional achievements, Harshada emphasizes balanced personal growth encompassing mind, body, and soul. Her journey includes an extensive 18-year study of Indian classical music and a steadfast meditation practice since 1998. As a certified meditation trainer and facilitator of Heartful Communication Workshop, she shares her experience in corporate settings, universities, and institutes, promoting holistic well-being and effective communication strategies. Welcome on board, Ms. Harshada Kulkarni. I hand over the mic to you so that you can go ahead with the session.
Thank you so much, Prasanna Bhai, and thank you, Dr. Sambit. It's a pleasure to be here. Really a privilege to be with all of you and to be offering this session to all of you. I'm guessing that all of you have been enjoying these sessions and also taking this time out for yourself on the weekends. So thank you, first of all, for joining the session. To join, one of the things that came to my mind when I was thinking, what do I talk to you about work-life balance? Well, balance, when I think of balance for a chartered accountant, it can come in multiple shapes, right? Multiple meanings, right? Balance in the accounting, bookkeeping, the accounting books, right? For me, balance is like balance, if I think from the accounting angle, balance in my bank account, right? But when we think from the spiritual angle or the personal development or the personality point of view, balance has a much larger meaning. And I would like to explore it along with you. And I'm sure you have been doing this throughout these sessions. Probably you are thinking during these sessions, contemplating over them when you are not in these sessions and when you are meditating. Also, when you have some spare time. I know chartered accountants are the most busy people, especially during the year ends and then tax planning, tax filing times. So it is not an easy profession, and balance is needed for not just chartered accountants, but for all of us. Because I come from an IT background, I work with IT companies, large IT companies, and I know that there is no possibility of really balancing so many things that we do unless there is inner balance. So I'm going to share a video by the Global Guide of Heartfulness, and I'm sure you are aware of him, Daji. We'll just watch this video and see how what he wants to bring through this video for us. If the sound is not working, please let me know, Prasanna Bhai. Just sharing.
In the beginning, anything we do requires tremendous effort. But then, after some time, it becomes automatic. Before it becomes automatic, we have to really establish that biological clock in our system. 7 o'clock meditation means 7 o'clock meditation. Well, if you take with you just 3 elements, morning meditation, evening cleaning, and bedtime prayer, that is life. That will create a life which will remain as an undercurrent of your external life. Yeah, externally you may do anything you like, whatever, all kinds of stuff we do in life. But as long as we maintain these inner currents, inner life, Sheikh Elayat Khan, God bless him, he's written a lovely book. I highly recommend you, Inayat Khan's Inner Life. He was a pioneer Sufi from India, born in Baroda, and then later on traveled to Europe and then US and spread the message of the East. Very powerful message, and it tells you all about how our inner life should be. External, we all have a different colorful life. But the inner, changeless one, which should be pure and simple, which is common to all of us. Purity and simplicity is common to all of us. That should be the force driving our life. And once we are able to balance between the inner and outer life, then you have mastered the life. And having mastered the life, what Hindus say, that you don't return back because you have not failed in your exams. Otherwise, you have to keep repeating your life until you master your life. So these 3 things are very important to me, and you have to somehow make it a strong habit. And you see how it affects others who are associated with us, especially our spouse, our children, our immediate relatives and friends. It creates an ambience in the house, in our homes. And children, I think, they absorb different vibrations from us. They absorb what we have. Whatever we have, they absorb unconsciously too. You may not speak much, but your presence, your body language, your inner feelings, and many things that we don't feel also, they feel that what we are going through or what we might be going through later. And this aspect interests me a lot, because how can a person perceive a thing before we even come to feel it? Somebody else feels, oh, he is compressed from inside, he is so tensed, but you are not aware of it as yet until it explodes within you. But if the inner garden is calm, peaceful, fragrant, then it will radiate that beauty without our awareness. We don't have to become aware, and doesn't have to be. We don't have to be conscious of it. We become more or less natural, just as these flowers radiate beauty, fragrance, effortless. But before we come to this effortlessness, a lot of effort will be required in the beginning. Well, I mean, in the beginning, anything we do requires tremendous effort. But then, after some time, it becomes automatic. Before it becomes automatic, we have to really establish that biological clock in our system. 7 o'clock meditation means 7 o'clock meditation. I don't want to scare you guys because some of you say, what is this? No, but without some discipline, you can't achieve anything in life. Soon as you come back home, which is unpredictable timing, I don't know how flexible your office hours are, but as soon as you come home, this will be the routine. Do the cleaning, evening cleaning. I give you a small example from my life, The days I don't do my cleaning in the evening, I feel very uneasy. It's like, you haven't taken bath for 10 days, and how you would feel. Like that, I would feel that my mind will remain foggy, unclear. But the moment you finish this cleaning and you bring about that inner, some level of purity inside, it's then worth mingling with family members. Otherwise, you say, what am I doing? When you sit for cleaning, you make a sankalp that may all these complexities and impurities that I have collected during that time get evaporated from my system to the backside, and that's it. And towards the end, make another sankalpa, having felt the purity within, that my whole body has become a holy place now, worth. So, worth for the Lord to descend in the heart. It becomes so pure inside. And then mingle with family members. It takes hardly 20 minutes. It's worth our time, I think. You deserve, our family deserves that much from us, that we mingle with them with that level of consciousness. And before we retire finally to bed, scan the activities. Many times unfinished tasks, they come to our minds, or something that you have made boo-boo. I shouldn't have done it and it happened. These two things remain very striking, highlighted in our mind just before we go to sleep. We often remember such unfinished tasks. So entertain them and see how we can improve them next time. Even good things that we have done, see how we can make it better. And bringing that higher consciousness, or the Lord or God or Allah Mia, whatever you like to address to, please forgive me for what I have done unknowingly. I will not repeat again. That's all. This is very important, that we seek forgiveness for mistakes committed unknowingly. Knowingly, even God cannot forgive us. So don't ask for it. Because you did it yourself knowingly. You are the culprit. And how are you going to undo it? Each situation is different.
Just let you absorb the contents of the video for a few seconds, if you would like to take a few moments. It was a very short video, but quite potent. Actually, the name of the title of the video is How to Master Life. We are talking about work-life balance. And when we talk about work-life balance, and if we just isolate this word balance again, one more time, what is really a balance? And he speaks about the inner life and outer life, balance between the inner life and outer life. And I mean, if you think of the inner life and also the way we conduct ourselves outwardly, right? I mean, if you think of the times when maybe situations, you're at work, how do you behave at work? How do you behave at home? How do you behave when your children are around, right? We all have our own way of different, sometimes we have different faces that we show to the world. And why does it happen? Sometimes we have our inner conflicts that are going on. And accordingly, we respond to situations around. So this inner and outer is constantly fighting. So he talks about how do we bring this balance, right, in this video. And not just that, of course, there are tools. How to bring the balance? There are tools. The Heartfulness gives amazing tools to bring this balance, the morning meditation, the evening cleaning method, and the bedtime meditation, which helps us sort of bring that perfect balance in our lives. And when you talk about, again, inner life, what is it that happens inside? I was saying earlier, conflicts sometimes. There are sometimes the way we think, the way we, maybe our attitudes, right? Maybe our prejudices, maybe our fears, right? So many things. And if whatever we are inside, that is naturally to come out when in our behaviors. So it would be wonderful to know what is your takeaway from this video. I would like to see them in the chat boxes. You can keep them coming if you like. I would again like to emphasize the practice of meditation, how it really brings the self-awareness that is absolutely needed if we want to even check whether we are balanced. How do you know if you're in balance? How do I know if I am in a state where, I know what's going on inside and how I'm reacting? There are times when I just react and then a situation is really gone worse. And then I go back and think, oh, this is what was happening. I should have thought, I should have taken my time. I should have maybe paused, listened to myself, listened to what was going on within me. Maybe it was my fear. Maybe it was my insecurity that, led me to react in a particular way. And we often do this to, people who are around us all the time, right? The people who are close ones, usually our family, our children. They don't necessarily understand why we are reacting in particular ways because they don't realize that we are sometimes carrying the baggage from work or sometimes carrying the tensions from work. And why are we carrying this? Because we don't have the ways to deal with these things, right? So Heartfulness is giving the ways to deal with all these challenges that we face sometimes. And we do, all of us have stress all around us. One of the amazing things I liked about the video where Daji says that even before I have expressed myself, people who are connected to me, people who are with me, can sense what's going on within me. And that's so powerful. So imagine a time when we are completely at peace within, completely calm. It's natural that people around us will also feel the benefit out of it, right? Or they will feel calm, they will feel peaceful with us. So I would like to offer a micro practice of heartfulness, which helps us create this, how do we say, sense of purity, sense of peacefulness around us. And once we are done with it, I will guide you through a relaxation and meditation. So I'm seeing the chat box is quite empty. I'm not sure if I'm able to see it completely, but if you have seen any takeaways through the video, please keep them coming while we prepare for this micro practice. So please sit comfortably. Close your eyes gently and softly. Allow yourself to connect with your heart and with your surroundings. Now, with a heart full of gratitude and prayerfulness, make a suggestion that everything around, air particles around you, people around you, birds, trees, everything is deeply absorbed in godly remembrance. As you make this suggestion, feel that this is actually happening. Everything around you, the air particles, people, birds, trees, are getting filled, are getting drenched in the godly remembrance. All are in osmosis with the source. And are developing peacefulness and moderation. Stay with this feeling and know that this is happening. We will now get into relaxation and meditation. Allow your body to relax further as you are contemplating on this state of peacefulness and moderation. Bring your attention to your feet. Gently wiggle your toes and feel them relax. Feel that the healing energy from Mother Earth is entering your feet and is relaxing them. Invite and allow this healing energy to move up to your knees. Relaxing your ankles, calf muscles, and every muscle up to your knees. Your lower legs and knees are now relaxed. Allow this energy to move up to your thighs and the pelvic areas, deeply relaxing every muscle. Feel how your lower body is now completely relaxed. Allow the energy to move to your back, relaxing your lower back. Upper back. Each muscle in your back is now relaxed. Feel the energy moving to your stomach, relaxing the abdominal muscles. Moving upwards towards your chest, relaxing your entire chest area. Now feel the energy moving to your hands, relaxing the upper arms, elbows, forearms, palms, all the way up to the fingertips. Feel your hands completely rested and relaxed. Now relax your shoulders. Let go. Feel as if your shoulders are melting away. Now allow this healing energy to move up to your neck, relaxing the neck muscles, moving up to the facial area, relaxing your jaws, mouth, earlobes, nose, eyes. Relax your eyebrows, the forehead, all the way up to the top of your head and to the back of your head. Feel how your entire body, from the top up to the toe, is now completely relaxed and immersed in the healing energy. Now it's time for us to meditate. Please bring your attention once again to your heart, to the deepest core of your heart. The source of divine light, which is already present within, is pulling your entire attention inward. During meditation, stay there and remain absorbed. If your mind wanders, gently bring your mind back to this source of divine light within your heart and continue to meditate until you hear from me. Please start meditation. That's all. Please keep your eyes closed for a few seconds. Please try and observe how you feel at this very moment. Try and absorb the condition that you have just received from this meditation. As you observe minutely, you are becoming more self-aware about what's happening. What is your current state as compared to what it was before meditation? As you feel the presence of this condition post this meditation, with joyfulness and gratitude of heart, let it grow within you. Allow this condition to imbibe in every cell of your system. Feel this condition reaching every cell, every nook and corner of your system. You do this until you become one with it. Feel it growing to things around you, the air particles, people. They are benefiting with this condition. Now think that you are dissolving, and only this condition remains. Feel this happening. Once you feel, gently open your eyes. While keeping the connection in your heart intact. I hope as we concluded this meditation, you got a sense of how we can develop the inner life, the inner condition. You know, we have all heard, as you are inside, so are you outside. At the same time, I mean, we hear a lot of things, and yet we are not able to practice them. So the heartfulness tools and practices are freely available to take us through the experience of how we can actually develop this inner guidance, the self-awareness of first where I am and how I need to develop this inner balance. And once we have the inner balance, the outer life, the outer balance is much easier to achieve. The inner values, they govern us. So, like Daji was saying in the video, we can have a masterful life, we can master our life as we practice regularly. Of course, there's effort. All of us are so busy, and even to find time for meditation is not always so easy. But it's like he was giving an example that if he does not clean, if he does not do his evening cleaning practice, he felt like he did not shower for 10 days. And imagine yourself, right? If you don't brush one day, can you actually go about your day? It's probably not possible, right? We are also used to it now. It is part of our life. Brushing every day is part of our life. It has become a lifestyle. So anything, and imagine the time when your parents or our parents had to put us into that habit. It was quite an effort for them to make us brush. A simple thing, but as we were growing, it took them some time to get us into that habit when we were children. So, and it's the same with any habit. So as we start practicing, and as we start getting into the habit of the practice, it becomes a little by little a practice or a lifestyle, right? It becomes a part of us, a part of our daily life. And I'm sure, in your professional life, right, when we have come to this, where we are today, it has happened due to a lot of discipline, a continuous practice, perseverance. So I think this is what we can take to start off with this bringing of this inner balance. I would stop here, and I'm seeing some questions here. So I'm seeing how do different jobs and professions impact work-life balance? Well, I think it's a very interesting question. I work in IT, and I've also managed my own business. And I see that I see so many people from other professions. Yes, there are professions where there is a chance of more accommodating of these practices, and there are professions which are really, really stressful. But I wouldn't say it's just the professions that impact the work-life balance. It's actually the inner attitudes. It's our inner way of working. It's our inner way of balancing ourselves that really impact the work-life balance positively or negatively also, right? I hope that is acceptable to you. Okay. How do cultural differences impact the way people view and achieve work-life balance? I guess it's the same, again, similar things. Of course, we all come from different cultures, different habits, different patterns, different way of perceptions, and also our values are different. At the same time, we are all humans, right? We have our own same, how do we say, composure. So how do we perceive balance can differ, but the experience of balance would probably the same, right? So, and also the ways of going towards that state could be different. But one of the best ways that we are aware of, which brings us to first very much of our self-awareness, and then slowly to the state of peacefulness, moderation, as well as balance, is meditation. So even though we may come from different backgrounds, different professions, different cultures, the same thing, same practice may work. Okay. I'm seeing this question. What is the impact of overworking and burnout on work-life balance? We all see that all the time around us. The impact of overworking and burnout, first thing that happens is we lose sleep. When we lose sleep, we are not able to, when I have not slept a day properly, the next day I'm groggy, I'm not myself, I'm, irritable, I am short-tempered, right? It's natural. It's because our physical system also needs that balance of, rest as well as active life. So if we have not given that, and if the body is, or the physical system is burnt out, or we have overused our brains as well as our system, it's natural for us to not function well. So I think that's what brings the imbalance, right, in our system as well as in our surroundings. Okay, how can hobbies and leisure activities contribute to work-life balance? Hobbies and leisure activities, if they are aligned to bringing the right balance, they can contribute positively. If they are not the activities which are, they are the activities which are taking me away from the result, which is inner state of peace, then probably they are not the right hobbies and leisure activities. I cannot expect myself to be, peaceful if I'm constantly, maybe, just to take an extreme example, I don't actually want to take that example, but if I have to take that example, maybe if I'm an alcohol, I'm an alcoholist. How do I get that state? Even I don't even know whether I have a balance. I don't even know. I'm not even self-aware. So our hobbies could be the things which we choose, which will bring to that state. So yes, they impact big time. They can contribute positively as well as negatively if we don't choose wisely. So it's already 11:30. I'm being cognizant of the time. Thank you so much for your questions and your participation. Thank you, Dr. Sambit Kumar.
Thank you, Harshada Kulkarni Madam, for deliberating on various aspects of work-life balance. Thank you to our event enablers, Mr. Prasanna Krishna BH and Dr. Rajiv Gupta, for their presence and guidance in this program. Above all, we are thankful to each and every participant present over here during this virtual program on work-life balance. We once again remind you all that the virtual program on work-life balance is conducted from Monday to Friday at 8:30 p.m. and on Saturday and Sunday at 10:30 a.m. We once again request you all to join these virtual programs. We are thankful to our resource person, Harshada Kulkarni Madam, before leaving this program. We are also thankful to our event enabler, Mr. Prasanna Krishna BH and Dr. Rajiv Gupta, for their timely guidance, timely presence, and that one is whenever we are needing them, they are always with them. Always with us, as well as from the heartfulness. Above all, we are thankful to heartfulness for their timely guidance, and mentoring. With this, we conclude today's session. We are thankful to each and everyone.
Recording stopped.